Greetings and well-met adventurers, it's Grumbles here with another first try. This game is Foundation. It just went through a large update to 1.9. I've never played it before. Who's Gaming Now put me onto this one and suggested that since I enjoyed Manor Lords so much, whilst this has a different and distinct art style and whatnot, it's probably a lot further down its development train, obviously, and that I would probably enjoy this one a lot. So let's get cracking, shall we? I had a quick look around the settings. Pretty much what you'd expect. Scrolling, cursors in windows, that kind of thing, although that's a nice implementation. We might have to play with some of the sensitivity of the mouse and the keyboard in a while. We'll see. I literally haven't even fired up a game yet. And we've got our usual. Our VSync is on. For some reason it's picked medium shadow quality, but we'll see. There's also near depth of field and far depth of field. We shall see how that treats us. I have made one minor adjustment, which is the music down to 80%, so I'm not having to shout and scream the whole time. Well, at least only when I choose to. Pretty standard fare with controls and whatnot. I did notice that there was one user interface scale. Actually, yes, I think I'm already going to bump that up a little bit because it's a wee bit on the tiny side. For my weary old eyes, anyway. Anyway, here we go. New game, first try. Also, should briefly mention, I had a quick look at the mods. There's an in-game mod marketplace, I guess you'd call it. Well, not really, but anyway. Where you can browse through, and I saw a bunch sorted by popularity. A bunch of really cool-looking things. House Edition version 4. Resources, not going to worry about that. Livestock farms sounds exciting to me, as well as... where was it? Fantasy decorations, vegetable and poultry farms, seasons and weather, which I thought sounds quite cool, and harbour version 3 adds sailing and trading boats and lighthouses. Curiouser and curiouser. So point is, there seems to be a pretty healthy looking mod community going on with this game. We're going to try the vanilla game first off, since it is a first try. But I'm certainly intrigued by the sounds of several of those mods. Let's go. Coastal, fluvial, hills, mountain, valley. I think we'll try the coast. It's a nice little coastal holiday. Official map. Oh, so this implies there's probably a whole ton of maps that have been modded in as well. Oh, fantastic. So it seems like this game would have a lot of replayability. We shall see. No mods found. If you should play mods, the first visit the mod section of the menu. That's okay. I'm excited. It's nice that the game seems to embrace the modding community so obviously like that right at the start. Excellent. A new beginning. After a long journey throughout the realm, your people finally reach new lands. Your lands. Territories you were asked to settle. For reasons of your own, your villagers await your command. They're eager to advise your first steps, if you require so. That's John Goodwin. Let me put these headphones to one side, don't need those. Let me hear your advice, yes. By the way, cheers everyone, I've got my first cup of coffee from my Good Vibes mug, which arrived in the post today. The first piece of advice comes from Elvis of Villagers. He suggests you consider basic needs when settling down. Berries for your people, stone and wood for your construction efforts. The rest will find its way. Okay, let's put this advice into practice. Buy a new territory. One free territory to redeem. Oh, I see. Oh, that's really cool. Well, we should start with a dead end. Let's zoom out a little bit. Oh, that's kind of cool. A bit far away, though. I like the look of this one. It's got a bit of up, bit of down, bit of beach, bit of the hills. That one looks like it's got some stone. Oh, look, middle mouse button. Does the old doobly-doo. Ah, yes, we're going to have to turn the sensitivity down. Now, the Q and E keys in this one actually do rotate the camera around, which... Ooh, grass. One moment. There's a settings call. Pressing the escape key doesn't bring up the settings box. So let's see. Camera mouse sensitivity. Yes, yes, yes. I don't think we can have 69%. Let's try 40 for now. Changes automatically applied. Okay. Okay. Right. Yes, that's more comfortable. Now, where were we? Ah, yes, we were here. I quite like it. This looks, is there a way to, oh, I bought it. Mineral deposits were discovered nearby. All right. So by clicking on it, I auto-picked it. Now, you can change the speed of the game here, bottom left, in the old doobly-doo. Also the plus and minus on number pad, 1, 2, 3 for the different settings. And I would assume, yes, spacebar pauses. Okay, pretty standard fare as I'm slowly but surely learning here. Placing your village center. Village aspirations. No village aspiration currently tracked. Okay, interesting. Here's your coins, your average daily balance, your population, happiness, villagers unemployed 0. Okay, and then what have we got here? Ongoing construction, missing resources, no workers assigned, missing raw materials, storage full. Okay, so this is going to be a bit of a step up from what we last played in this ilk, simply because there's just a ton more stuff in it already. All right. Effects. No active effects in place. Okay, build. Right, so pause? No, unpause. Right, what does it want us to do now? Nothing. Oh, place our village center, I guess. Territory, yes. Visibility. Overlay map, desirability. Fertility. Oh, very nice. We've got some fertile stuff going on there. Minerals, it doesn't say anything. Zoning areas, okay, we haven't set in those up yet. And then the boundaries, okay. That's cool. Alright, well, build? Village center. Right. Hang on, let's go back a step. Build village center. So logistics, small resource depot, blah blah blah. Controls help. Delete a part. Okay. Right, but no help in terms of like where's a good idea to put it. I kind of want it here, thinking that we might expand out this way. Edge of the forest style. Yes. Ready to build. Build it then, please. Go, go, go. Backspace closes all open windows, which the fact that they have that is probably a sign that we might need that from time to time. Okay, resources. We've got 10 berries, 10 cloth, 40 wood, and 20 tools. We have 10 population. They're neither happy nor unhappy. But they're currently unemployed. Yeah, fair enough. Alright, we've got 450 coin of 500. A daily balance of nothing. So there's budgets and all that kind of stuff in here. Okay. Alright, nothing to report. Right, what do you want me to do now? New advice can be heard. Ah, I've got to click here for advice. Okay. The second piece of advice comes from a young, enterprising villager. Rather than simply letting everyone fend for themselves, she suggests you organize laborers in workplaces. Builders in their workshop, woodcutters at their lumber camp, berry gatherers at their hut, and so on. All right, let's put this into practice. All right. Boom. Little exclamation mark. All right, builder's workshop. Upfront costs 5 wood. All right, well, we have 40. So we're good. This is going to... all right. Let's get this here. All right, ready to build. Go. All right. Workers assigned, none. All right. Builder. Oh, and I get to pick them individually. All right. Well, we'll just start with... All right, you, and consensus. There we go. All right. I am on free time. Well, get to work. I am working. Oh, there you go. I literally told them. All right, excellent. Building a lumber camp. Build a lumber camp to acquire wood for the village's construction. Okay. Build a lumber camp. Ah. Interesting. Boom. Build it. Waiting for a builder. So do I have to do this every... Consensus is bringing 5 tools. Okay. Oh, I see. So I've assigned 3 people to the builder's workshop, and ergo they're going to work on whatever I tell them to build next. I see. All right. I like the fact that they have levels and different jobs. That's kind of cool. So there's a lot more granular control of this than what we were used to before. I do miss already, though, the feature to right-click to close the menu, the window you just opened. That'd be kind of cool. I suppose I could map that to a mouse key. I have to build a lumber camp. Yes, well, we're doing that. What is this painting here? So, extraction and forbidden land. Left-click to paint. Okay. So just, oh, in a broad sense, this is where extraction... So if I want to mine those resources or whatever, I'll just, you know, get stuff. So, oh. So what if I do that while we're waiting on... Oh, wow, the right click really... Well, you can do this very granular. Oh, and I believe you'll have control. I can make that larger or smaller. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. I like that. Alright, and then if I looked at my overlays, my zones, there you go, you can show the zones. So does that mean that they're gonna like chop chop? We have 35 wood. Are they actually gonna get busy with the fizzy? Builder. I'm on free time. Why is everyone on free time? Unemployed. Well, what if I tell you to be a woodcutter, young Grecia? You could go chop some wood. And you, Cynthia, Kether. Oh, that's 3 of you. Go on, get to work. I wonder, learning by doing. But I guess once the lumber camp is done... Oh, or is that just preemptive strike so that... So that they'll go and work there when they get around to it. Interesting. Oh, noises. Building lumber camp completed. Assigning a woodcutter completed. Ah, we did that. Oh, so we did that in advance of things. All right, let's see how many it needs. 3 of 3. Well, there you go. We picked 3. That was lucky guess. Gathering food. All right. My people are getting hungry. They have to acquire berries the same way they extracted wood. Produce berries. All right. Build. Gathering hut. That sounds appropriate. Let's just plonk this here. Oh no, I picked it up by accident. Oh. Right, let's try that again. Yes. All right. Oh, so what's this? I can... It says build for 10. Resource needed 10. Wood. Or build for 20, sorry. Oh, so is it like I can like chop chop, hurry it up? Interesting. Or is it going to make me pay for it? Confirm construction and pay the upfront cost. Oh. Right, yes, let's go. We need that. Waiting for a builder. Oh, and here you click that to prioritize it. I see. Well, that's not really necessary right now. Reforestation, sorry. Oh, that's fantastic. I like that a lot. So we're going to be able to like draw out our little forest lines, make rows of trees for the approach to the lordly manor for Lord Jeff. Very cool. Your first extraction zone. The painting tool allows you to use a parcel of land for different purposes, like wood cutting, farming, or housing. You can also restrict access to it. Oh, I see. Oh, so they can put a bit of land and say, don't touch that. Leave it alone. All right. All right, here we go. The gathering hut has been put together. I like it. There are some berries. That looks to be some more berries. There's some stone there. Who knows? Maybe some iron. I don't know. Gathering hut has been constructed. Very good. Alright. Let's assign some foragers. Demi Blanc, Caspazio, and Micluccio. Right, there we go, 3 of 3. Let's get gathering, folks. Oh, look, they put little gatherer's hats on. The people are very cute. No resources to extract. What? What? But there's berries just... Oh, is that because it's not my territory? Oh. What? But there's berries here. Oh, or do I have to... Hang on, extraction? I can't paint there because it's outside my realm. So if I paint that... Is that the answer? Yes, that was the answer. There you go. Somewhat intuitive. A sip of coffee. And there they go. I love it. I love it. The rustling of the bushes while they're gathering the berries. The wood extraction. So this had its own radius. I'm assuming... I don't know actually whether that implies that it works here or there. Oh, do they automatically build little paths? New advice can be heard. Okay. Now that you have organized your laborers, you can... Well, that's loosely so. You can see to their needs and happiness. Make sure they have access to fresh water and housing. As for food, you will first need people to store and distribute the berries they collected. Oh. There, your village will have everything to welcome its first wave of immigrants. Let's put this advice into practice. Okay. Accumulating food. Build a granary. Assign a new transporter and assign berries to the granary. Oh, that's interesting. That's quite detailed. All right. Granary. What else have we got? Builder's workshop, gathering hut, forester camp. Plants, trees, and a reforestation area. Oh, we don't have one of those. Stonecutter's camp. All right, one thing at a time. A granary. I think we're going to have the granary here. Have that nice and central. Probably making all sorts of terrible mistakes. That costs us 50 coin. So, yeah, getting some stone extraction going. It says it needs stone. Village aspirations. Oh. Village aspirations are optional objectives that you can side quests on your terms while you manage your village. Track the ones you're interested in pursuing to add them to your list. A famous builder. Oh, I can get Cletus to come work here? We'll reach a prosperity of 500. Okay, a famous builder, hard level. Reach 500 and reach a rating of 50 with every estate. I don't know what that means yet. Dedicated to the labor. Have 100 citizens or more in your village. Dedicated to the labor hard. Never generate revenue from trade routes. Oh my god. Dedicated to the kingdom. Succeed the king's pledged military mission. Alright, so as I understand it, there's no direct combat sort of shenanigans in this one. But you hire soldiers on so that you can send them off on missions and support people and things and whatnot. Dedicated to the kingdom, dedicated to the clergy. Build the monastery, abbatial or abbatial, I'm going to say. We're going to build a church of Abba. Money, 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 must be funny. Never promote a villager to the next status. Oh my god. Alright, so as I understand it as well, the villagers progress and get better. You don't build the housing, by the way, they just kind of... I think you designate areas for housing eventually, I think. And then they, yeah, they go along and do what's necessary. There's a book here of all your people and your buildings and your resources and your economy, your progression. Oh, there's like a little progression tree. Interesting, interesting. There's an army. Oh. And your logs. Interesting, okay. Unemployed fellow. Oh, Prothet hasn't a job yet. I think we should get Prothet mining us some stone. Because I've just noticed here, as you'd expect, this needs stone, of which we have none. But we do have tools. So it hasn't told me to do this, but I'm going to go out on a bit of a limb and say that we should probably put one of those in. That needs 5 tools and 10 pieces of wood. Okay. Well, we're doing alright with the wood. We still have 40. Interesting. Progression 2. Prosperity is a measure of your village's success and is impacted by multiple factors listed in the book. High prosperity will help you unlock new content in the common path and each estate progression page. Wealth, territory, commerce, population, splendor, and beautification. Interesting. So currently, my average daily balance is -10. What does this plus do? Oh, trade enabled, monthly balance enabled. Interesting. Okay. All right. So I wonder if we can find a little prophet down here. There he is. And we can say you're going to be... in fact, you can be our busy little transporter. Not doing very well for water and food, though. Right. What about our little foraging troop? What are they up to? They seem to be just sort of hanging around. He's on free time. Okay. And you? Prothet is a transport. Oh, well, we don't need the transport. Oh. Fiddlesticks. So actually, you'd be better off being a miner to start with. So that we can actually get some of that done. Alright. We've still got our 3 builders going. It's kind of cool. It kind of gives you a little bit of a nudge, but it also lets you sort of think through the steps for yourself, which for me is storing food in a granary or materials in a warehouse. Allow that distribution to the village. All right. Well, we need to get the stone before we can complete the granary. So it's definitely not throwing everything just straight at us. And I guess is this already you can see the bit of balancing act of like, well, with only this many people, no resources to extract. What does that apply to? No, here, the lumber camp has got nothing to extract. Alright, let's have a quick look at our overlay and our extraction. Ah, okay. So let's paint on some more extraction areas and do a little bit of a clear out here. So it doesn't, that radius thing doesn't really matter. We need another extraction area around all these stones. That's for sure. And that can take that blue away from there because we're done. Okay, interesting. And you can escape out of that menu, so that's kind of cool. All right. So let's see, Builders Workshop. So we have 3 people set to work as builders, but at the moment we only have the granary to be built, and we're waiting on. So I think what we might do, I don't know if it's a good idea to take the builders. I tell you what, we'll take a woodcutter away, Sriracha, and we'll add you as an extra miner. Where did you go? Hang on a minute. What did I just do to them? Cynthia is finishing up. Home to work distance 59 meters. Haha. Love it. Alright, Cynthia was the name we were looking for. Where's Cynthia? There you are. Boom. Bada bing, bada boom. Alright. I actually have this reforestation area pinned here. But it makes no sense because I don't have a reforester's hut yet. So let's just get rid of that for now, so it's not confusing later. Alright, well, first impression, it's very cute. I like the little animations. This idea with the painting tool is really fun. I like that. It makes it feel like we're being artistic while we're losing the game. Because we're too busy painting instead of paying attention to what we should be doing. But I do like that a lot. Right click is what you do to remove stuff. You can see those little bits of blue that I've left behind there. Yeah, and I guess the key thing will be to get some more people, get a bit of a village going, and grab ourselves another piece of territory. This looks like it could be handy. Some more minerals, some more berries. Also, this piece up here I like the look of. It's a nice piece of land. And yes, I don't know what the base game has to offer. There are fishies here. So quite possibly I'd like the bit of coastal land. Maybe we'll build a whole beachfront village. What do you think about that? Alright, stone. So we've got 0 currently, but we are in the process. There's 2 of them working. I really try to do this at a very slow pace. I want to see what it feels like. I do like as well that they're building themselves these terribly precarious little paths to their work. So it seems like the distances they have to go through and things are going to be a factor, probably for their happiness. I can see that. Fascinating. There's a fair amount of them sort of standing around. I'm very curious as well about... Oh, look, 4 out of 5 stones already delivered. Nice. I'm very curious as to what the vanilla game experience has in terms of any of the other... Like, are there no seasonal changes at all? What about weather? Are there any weather events? All these things that we have yet to discover. Here we go. Now, woodcutters. We're kind of doing fine for wood, so I'm wondering if we should I bet the berry people do have berries still together, don't they? We're doing alright for food. I mean, I think we're doing alright for food. It's a little bit hard to tell whether we're doing well or okay or insufficient. I'm curious again about the seasonal aspect and preparing for the winter, that kind of stuff. I'm wondering if the challenge in this one is going to be less about battling the environment and more about battling the happiness. I mean, they have no food and water, they say. They allege. I don't know what they're on about. I'm sitting up here sipping my coffee in my manor. Well, in fact, it hasn't been built yet, so I don't know what they're complaining about. Gracious. Oh, there we go. Nearly done. So once we have the granary... Oh, so it'll probably be once the granary is built, right. There you go. Assign a resource. Okay, so I assigned berries to it. And there we go. We got 100 bucks awarded. Defining residences. Oh, okay. Nice. So this is going to... Wait. There's a lot going on at once. Define... Okay, quest. Buy a new territory and paint a residential zone. Alright. I'd like to buy this one, please. I think. Do I want that one? It's got all the fishies. Yeah. There we go. Alright. Achievement unlocked. Expansion. Alright. Residential. Desirability low. Oh, why don't they want to... Okay. They don't want to live down... I would be delighted to have a beachfront property. Alright, let's have a bit of this. And a bit of that. And we'll see how that goes. The concept of desirability. It's a good idea to place a market inside a residential area since it increases the desirability of the surroundings. Alright. I don't know if I need to plan for roads or... Like, what happens, like, if we go a little cheeky bit out here into the water? We're going to have to be very careful with how we draw these things. I can see that already. Right. Build a well. A market. So it recommended that we build a marketplace. What if I put one here right in between these two? Select function. Oh. Right. Build without functions. Build a market stalls court. Yes, one of those, please. Market tent. Food stall and a rustic market tent. Alright. Oh. What? Wait, what? Okay. Adds 20 to the capacity of the attached building part. Oh, so this is one of the other things that seems very exciting. You actually build things like in segments. You don't take care of the housing, they just do that themselves. Based on the zones you provide. +1 market stall. Okay. Ah, it does look, it services this big area. I like that. Let's have that there then. Build. Alright, waiting for a worker, that's fine. Alright, let's just build one of those. Fulfilling villager needs. Quest. Now that everyone is settling down, I have to make sure all needs are fulfilled. Show the zoning areas visibility layer. Visibility, zoning areas. There we go. Oh, I had it on. Build a well. Build a market that has a market stall and assign a new market tender. Assign berries to the market stall's court. Right. Build a well. Well. Alright, we'll have that. I think that looks like a good spot. We'll build that. Go, go, go. Go, go, gadget builders. Oh, look, this is fun. It's very, very cute. Alright. Okay. Now we're just waiting for... So I guess this is the other thing where we can do the prioritized construction, yes or no. Here they're just building a house. They just decided to build themselves houses. Bit cheeky, but I suppose I allowed it. I'll allow it. And as I understand it as well, that as you begin to prosper and do better and that kind of thing, they will build bigger houses. Assuming that these zones are large enough. We may have underpainted here. Let me know. We might as well just join this up here. Let's go. There you go. Oh, I forgot about that. All right. Escape to get out of that. That is another house and another house. Great, they're going housing crazy. Anybody think they all wanted a house? Roof over their heads. Occupants 2 of 2. Okay. We now have an income daily plus 12. So that must be the remote trade thing that's auto-magically happening. Alright, we got the market stalls built. Assign a resource. They said berries. Done. Assign a market tender. Alright. Ah, I see. And we can just pick any one of these. We've got... I don't think we need 3. Let's have Leonardo da Cappuccino here as a market tender instead. So he can finish up his other job and serve the markets. Build a fuel. Okay, so we're waiting on the fuel. Very good. Very good. It's very pleasant. Oh. A view from afar on the hills. Now, what was the... What was the... There you go, you can turn all that off. But there was there a key for hiding? Let's find out the key for hiding the entire UI. There must be one. Help, close, toggle UI, control and U. Alright. Control and U. Oh, look at that, snap. Beautiful. So if we go territory off, overlay territory off. So it doesn't turn the territory markers off. Intriguingly. Oh, that's noisy. I think it was saving while I zoomed in. Pretty cute. The depth of field thing, that's going to be obviously very subjective. I probably will turn that off. It's at least the near one. The far out one doesn't seem to bother me too much in the distance. But the near one's a bit, I'm a bit sensitive to things like that. So let's turn that off. Depth of field. Oh, quality. Medium, high, ultra. Near depth of field. Let's turn that one off for a minute. Okay, yeah, you can see still the distance part is there. Might actually turn them both off. It looks really cool. It just messes with my brain in a way that becomes very uncomfortable over time. Let's turn that off. Yes, there we go. Don't really need it. Alright, and here we go. Look, we've got our little Leonardo there. Look at this. Leonardo de Larpaccio. I like it. So you can rename the people, the places. Because look, the market here, you can click on the little quill and change that name as well. Your villagers have needs. Filling the needs of villagers will attract newcomers and raise your population. All right. Encouraging immigration. Assign a job to all of your villagers. 10 out of 10. Done. Raise the happiness of your village to 100. Currently 26. All right. If we hover over this, it tells us what's what. Water minus 24%, food minus 34%, and comfort minus 14%. All right. Well, the water well is fine. So if we assign, we don't have a transporter. That's what we were going to do. Old Prometheus here was going to be our there we go. Let's assign transporter, and then can we assign? Oh, we don't need to assign water. Okay, that's fine. All right, happiness is at 40 now. They've got water. Okay, so the well would just have to kick in basically. Comfort 14. I assume that's because they need to finish building these other houses. All right, we're doing all right. We don't have a building project right now. We do have, yes, only the one remains. We have 2 out of 3 woodcutters. We're okay for wood. I'm sure this is going to be like, no, we need loads more. No one is unemployed. That's good. So now it's just a case of waiting for them to do the work. Now, I did notice that while we're waiting for that to carry on in the background, that they have these neat little menus here. Logistics, builder's workshop, market, and a granary. Okay, so these are just so this is the everything. Yeah, okay. And then here you've got food production, gathering hut, and that kind of thing. Cool. I guess later on that's going to be a bit more jam-packed, so the categories will be more handy. In addition, however, there's a search feature. Let's just type in market here. There you go. So that's really cool. An active search box. That's, I like that. All right. House tier 1, house density 1. Alright, authorized housing density upgrade. Houses are upgraded when their occupants are promoted and can't find another suitable house. Ah. Alright, happiness is now at 60%. And we need to get it to 100. What is currently not making them happy? Water minus 3, that's nearly done. Food. So a little bit more. I wonder if if we had another transporter or two. Let's see. Gatherers 2 out of 3. Oh, you know what we're not doing at the moment? We're not building. So let's finish up with our builders for a moment. Get 2 of them off. We'll add 1 more transporter. Well, that takes a moment to kick in. There we go, 2 unemployed. Oh, it actually follows them while we're... you can work as a transporter. And then you click the next one, it cycles to the next fellow. Or it should do, I think. Maybe not. Cycle villagers. No, it's not. No, okay, that's not doing that. It's easier to find them from this menu here, so we'll just add you as another gatherer. There. That might get the balance. We're at 87% happiness, so it was literally just a case of them getting the house done and getting the time. Having the time. Glorious. Of course, those a little bit more strategically minded than me can start looking at where's the next location, what resources might we need, and so forth. Whereas I'm looking at it thinking, oh, well, this would be jolly nice if we had a little village over here. Stones. I wonder if more, like, different types of resources will pop up once we have the knowledge and or need for them. Very cute, though. Very cool. So you can use the middle mouse button like this to scroll around. You can use the Q and E keys to swivel the camera and pan the camera around, or panning rather, is the WASD hacks. And you can use the edge of the screen with the mouse like that. And the two different sets of sensitivity, which seem to be quite granular as well, which I appreciate. Sometimes it's I almost always find in game sensitivity almost down to 0 to make it comfortable for my brain. And in this case, we could probably go down a couple more notches to avoid any accidental speedy slips. Look at this. Oh. Very cute. Alright, we're at 97%. Only thing missing is 3% comfort. What does it look like in terms of our zones? Okay, there's still tons more space if they needed it. I think we get to our first immigration round and make a cut there. What are we going to call it? Coastal Jeff? Costa del Jeff. Ah, I like it. From humble beginnings, as always. Wait, somebody's unemployed? The devil? Okay. So, book, people. Unemployed, Alcindi. You were going to be a... Did I assign the other transporter? No. That's what you were going to be. I was waiting for you to finish up your other job. I do like that it's not like insta-switch. Kind of makes sense. Little bit something to stick in your mind, or for me with short-term memory issues, a little bit tricky to remember to go back and click on them a few moments later. I suppose you don't really have to do that because you can just go here, go down the list and say, okay, I'm picking this person to do that task. Very cute though. Surely. Missing raw materials. Is that our woodcutters? No resources to... Okay. So we've got to paint another extraction zone. So firstly, take that one away because that's been done. And then... because I have the territory marker off. It's a little bit harder to see. We might have to get like a little forester hut and get some of that stuff replanted. I think that would probably be a good idea. Forester camp. You can live up here on the hill. We'll build that. It could be a bit tricky because we're... there you go. Because we're low on villagers, but there you go. A newcomer is approaching your village. Oh, look at that. Hello. Afternoon, ladies. A new advice can be heard. Profiting from trade, a business-minded villager suggests you establish a trade route with your closest neighbour, Northbury. This will let you sell resources for profit and import the ones you can't produce. You should start with planks since Northbury needs those. Alright, let's put this advice into practice. Alright, awesome source. However, I'm going to make a cut there so it doesn't become like a 15-hour editing marathon. How do I... so there's no overarching map. Okay, so you've got to go back over here. Or click on our book and find young Al Jr. Follow the villager. There you go. There's lots of different ways you could zip about the place once I get more familiar with the controls. Alright, we're going to save it right there. Costa del Jeff has begun. First of all, pause. How do I rename the village? I haven't worked. Okay, hang on. My village. Here we go. Ah, Costa del Jeff. Confirm and save. Lord is Lord Jeff. First of his name. A lord or lady. Okay, that's okay. The two choices there. Confirm and save. Lord Jeff. Cool. Alright. That'll do it. Good vibes, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed this first try on Foundation. I have no doubt we'll be playing this as some chill out streams at some point as we go along. If you like it, give it the usual tickle of the buttons. And I'll see you soon. Peace and love, everybody.